The Treehouse Stories are tales from near and far, from the country to the towns. Let's all gather round, of mice and dragon tales, to shipwrecks and big whales, in the mountains and the seas. For you and me, we'll laugh and dance and sing, with princes, queens, and kings. The Treehouse Stories are from near and far. Come into our treehouse.
The Treehouse Stories. A monster friendship.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Haha, me matey. You'll tremble on my sword.
Okay, so you guys ready or what? Hey, Tiago, aren't you gonna put your costume on?
Sure.
Ah! Hey, stop it! Tiago! This one's mine!
I always have to be the croc.
That's not even true!
Stop it, both of you! Stop, you're going to tear it. Ah!
Oh, sorry, Lisette.
It was just an accident.
You two look like the forest monsters.
The what?
Don't you guys know that story?
No.
Hold on, you'll see. A monstrous friendship. Once upon a time, amongst the forest monsters, there were two neighbors who didn't like each other. Why? No one knew. Forest monsters are like that. Sometimes they like each other, and sometimes they don't. Come on now, stop sulking. I need you to help me tell a story.
Wow, he really thinks he's the clever one.
Well, at least he's making an effort.
Okay, don't start that again. Can I get on with the story? One day, the monster Wedgehead found a funny sort of seed. Quickly, he picked it up and planted it in a little pot. Every morning, he took good care of it, giving it just the right amount of water and reciting poems from his gardening book. It was a sunny day, so calm. The funny sort of seed gradually took root and grew into a funny sort of plant, so hale and hardy that soon Wedgehead could plant it in his garden. Bingo! Right under his neighbor's nose. That thing will cast a shadow over here. No way, pull it up right away. It's my garden. Yeah, sure, you don't know how to garden and you're just jealous, that's all. Big Rogue started gardening like crazy, too. He studied the books and planted more than 10 funny sorts of seeds. He, too, took good care of them, watering them with fresh water and reciting poems. Soon, he had made himself a splendid little garden. Bingo! Right under his neighbor's nose. Furious at this, Wedgehead swore he could do even better. His funny sort of plant had produced a funny sort of lovely fruit, which gave him several dozens of funny sorts of seeds. Wedgehead planted them. Bingo! Right under his neighbor's nose. Ha ha ha!
He always has to be better.
The funny sort of plants, so well cared for, so pampered, so preened on both sides, grew up and out and took more and more room. They covered the ground, choking the other flowers. They rose to the sky and soon blocked out the sun.
Oh, really? Both of them are too much.
For sure.
They hadn't foreseen that their plants would grow to such large proportions. Each of them watered their gardens less and less each day. Alas, the funny plants kept on growing even more. They tried to pull them up to no avail.
Oh, no!
The more they pulled, the more the roots seemed to take hold.
Ah! We have to help him.
It keeps growing even more!
Soon the ground began to shake. Then it creaked. Then rumbled. Grrr!
Oh no, I can't look!
Suddenly, with a sinister cracking sound, it opened wide and swallowed up Wedgehead in big rows. Shovels, hoes, books, watering cans, and all. The two neighbors felt for a long time, along. Trembling with fear, holding on to each other, wondering if the torture would ever end. Then, from the bottom of the hole, the two came out together. And bingo! They were on the other side of the earth. They stood dumbfounded for a moment, both of them, just happy to be alive. Since then, our forest monsters have changed a lot. First, they are no longer neighbors, since they now live under the same roof. But that's not all. On that side of the earth, there are also some funny sorts of seeds lying on the path.
Uh-oh.
What a delicious smell. What an extraordinary flavor. And then, a funny sort of good idea sprouted in the corner of their heads. There you go.
1 packet for me, please.
And right there, at the side of the path, they opened a little shop where people come from far and wide. Even, they say, from the other side of the earth to taste their famous specialty, the seeds of friendship.
So it worked out well in the end.
Yeah, by sharing their problem, the monsters were able to realize that being united makes you stronger.
And so they became friends?
Here, Tiago. Take it.
Oh, thanks! So cool, I'm a pirate.
Watch out, foul mermaid. Here comes the sea monsters.
Ah! Croco pirates!